Hello, Stampers. Kelly Atchison at stampabove.com coming to you live from a very beautiful and sunny Menasha, Wisconsin. How is everybody doing tonight? I see that we have a ton of people in here, and happy end of Labor Day holiday weekend here in the United States. I heard that Canada also does Labor Day. Do I have any Canadians that can confirm that for me? It is currently 72 degrees and sunny, and we had a high today of 77. Tomorrow's supposed to be full sun and 76 degrees. Loving it, but it's starting to get really cold at night. We have had unseasonably cold weather, of course, right? So I finally had a pool party yesterday, and we were a little unsure how that was going to go, if we were going to have 5 people here or what, because it was a last minute invitation that I sent out. And it's a holiday weekend. People have plans, but apparently a lot of my friends do not. So we had about 30 people here yesterday to enjoy our brand new liner in our pool, which is running. Whole story there. It didn't go without some problems. But it is running, and we were so thrilled. And it was kind of bittersweet because it was the beginning of our pool season and pretty much the end. So better late than never, they say, right? I don't think I like that saying anymore, but we had a great day, and we cranked that water up to 84 degrees, and everybody had so much fun. We had did I say that? We had about 30 people here, and it was great company. The kids had a blast, lots of kids here. The food was super good. I made sloppy joes and chip dip with chips. And then everybody brought something to share, and nobody duplicated what they brought. So that was really cool. And I did watermelon. We had so many different party foods, lots of dips, corn chips, pretzels, pasta salad. What else? Vegetable pizza, brownies. I made a cake. Oh, I have to share that with you guys. My cake is so cute. I forgot to post that. Oh my gosh, I have like a million duplicates here on my phone of pictures, but let me see if I can share that with you. Can you see my beach cake? Oh my gosh, so cute. It turned out so adorable. Usually when I get these ideas out of a video, and thanks, Joe, for sharing this with me. Joe from the Jersey Shore shared this video with me, and she goes, "This is right up your alley." And it totally was. There are sharks in the water and gummy octopuses in there. You can't really see them, but the kids dug them out and they loved them. Then we've got our gummy bears on air mattresses, beach towels, and in inflatable tubes in the water. It was so fun. Usually, you know how things you can do the comparison picture? Here's the Pinterest picture, and here's what actually turned out that I made. Well, this one really was cute. So that was fun. It was a great time. Great weather, great food, great people. And it really made me realize how much I have missed this summer, because that's what we do. Like if it's a hot day, I'll just start messaging people, come on over after work. It doesn't even have to be a weekend. Or just message them. We're going to be by the pool tonight if you want to stop by. So I think everybody else has kind of missed that too. And it kind of changes the whole dynamics of your social life during the season. And that made me kind of sad because we've been missing out on a lot. We went a lot of places and we did a lot of things because we didn't have a pool, but I really missed people, right? Coming over and just all the different people that we get to enjoy it with. So Pamela says she's having a retirement party for her husband on Saturday with 80 people. Add help. So much to do. Oh, I think she meant God help me. That sounds like a blast, and it is a lot to do. Oh, and I ordered pizzas because we had this great big huge tube of hamburger that I used to make the sloppy joes. And when I got them all cooked and in the crock pot to take outside, it was like half full. And I'm like, oh my gosh, maybe it'll be fine. I don't know how many people are coming. I forgot to kind of say RSVP. Oops, I do that a lot. But once everybody got here, I was talking to my stepdaughter, Stephanie, and she's like, why don't you just order some pizzas? And that's exactly what I did. I ordered some pizzas. They were delivered. Everybody was thrilled. So it was really fun. The kids played golf. They played baseball. They played basketball. They swam. Valerie and Dawson and Haley came over today and we were outside for a couple hours, and Val is swimming like a fish. Where she's still a little apprehensive getting into that deep end, even with her life jacket on. We're like, but Val, you have a life jacket on. Like, it's no different than the shallow end when you don't have your feet on the ground. So she'll get it. But again, all the things that we missed this summer, she would have been really swimming like a fish had we had that. But you can't change history, right? So one of the problems we had was Steve snapped me a picture. I was at my mom's house for a couple days, and he snapped me a picture saying the pool is done. It looks great. Here's a picture. Everything's running perfect. And I was like, oh, finally, I'm looking forward to coming home. And the next morning he goes, we have problems. Call me. And I'm like, no. Well, overnight we lost about 500 gallons. Like this much pool water was gone. And it turns out that when Steve asked the pool guy, did you pressure test the pipes? The pool guy looked at the guy who's buying his business and said, did you pressure test the pipes? And he goes, yep. And Steve goes, he hesitated. I know he didn't. So they had to shut everything down and pressure test the pipes. And it turns out that we have 2 underground pipes that are broken to 2 jets. We have 4 jets. 2 are turned off now. And that's how we could keep the pool running. But, and then the pool guy looks at Steve and he goes, well, who closed your pool last year? Like it was Steve's fault, because it is from not winterizing it properly. And the pool guy, Steve goes, you did. So we'll get to deal with that next spring, but whatever, right? Whatever. You just got to kind of roll with things. I know Noreen says, oh no, right? And we had problems before we closed the pool last year. And Steve thought that he found the problem and fixed it, but that wasn't it. So we'll deal with that next year. So you'll get to hear more whining from Kelly, but not for a long time, I hope. Thank you guys for all your patience and rooting for me. Yeah, it is a crappy situation, and it was pretty discouraging. So anyways, but did you guys do anything fun this weekend? Like, did you just hang out at home and enjoy an extra day off, or do anything special? Yeah, Cindy says you couldn't make this stuff up. I know, Cindy. Sometimes you feel like, can anything go right? But you know what? It's just a pool. It could be so much worse. In the big scheme of things, it's not a big deal, right? It's a big deal to me, but it could always be worse. So, hi, Gail. Hi, Patricia. Yeah, we are no longer, Patricia, using this pool guy, like ever. And his new guy, we thought he was going to work out really good. He's buying the business from him. We thought he was going to work out really good, but we found out that he's not. And the helper that they have is not real bright. Let's just put it that way. So lots of little things Steve watched throughout the time they were here that it's like, nope. Mickey cleaned. Mickey, I cleaned too, because, and here's the other thing. When I have pool parties, my house needs to be in order. I'm not inviting anybody over to my house when there's chaos and piles of stuff everywhere and it's not clean. So I didn't clean as much as I put away things that have been not put away for a very long time. So, the clutter in the corner and the clutter over here, everything got put away and everything looked nice and orderly. And I do that more when I have people over. So that's been kind of a bummer this summer too, because I didn't really do much of that. So Diane, I am so happy you are catching me live tonight. Yeah, I wasn't on last night because we had the party and I decided that I really needed to not do anything except enjoy my party, my one and only. or the summer. So thank you for joining me tonight. I am so, so glad. Tanya says she made some cards, addressed a bunch to be mailed. I have a pile of mail going out tomorrow too. So good for you. Went to a picnic an hour away. Good for you. And Nancy's here from the North Shore of Lake Erie. Welcome. Lynn went to a shoebox swap, visited her almost 98-year-old aunt. That's awesome. And ate snow crab legs. I'm jealous. I am jealous. We had Saturday night, we invited Haley and Jared over with the kids, and we grilled steaks on the grill and baked potatoes and corn on the cob. It was delightful. Delightful. And then I made strawberry shortcake. Well, the strawberries. The rest of it's kind of bought. We didn't even eat it because we were so full, but it was really, really good. So yeah, that was my weekend. That's what we did. Just friends and family, and it was really, really nice. So now it's Monday, and that's going to mess up my week. You know what I mean? So before I forget, I want to tell you guys that the new product launch party starts tomorrow night, 6 p.m. Central Time. We are going to have a meet and greet, and I'm assuming it will be on our, it might be on YouTube, but it might be on our Stamp Happy Academy Facebook page. So that information will be coming out sometime tomorrow morning. I hope you guys can join. Dina Barb and I will all be together in a video where we're going to tell you all about our new product launch party, because this brand new September through December mini catalog starts on September, my calendar's turned 3rd, which is Wednesday. So we are super excited, and we're doing a 2 weeks worth of brand new content using online exclusives that are coming out September 3rd, and also items out of this mini catalog. We put so much into these product launch parties. We have a gallery loaded up with a minimum 45 different cards using new product, as well as live videos. We do product spotlights. We have prize patrol every single day. You can join the new product launch party for $18, 2 weeks, prize patrol every day. We have card challenges. We have mystery stamping. We have live videos. We have pre-recorded videos and tons of ideas with these new catalogs. So I hope you guys will join us. Right under this video on YouTube, you are going to find a link to join the new product launch party, to register for that. There is an optional make and take packet, and I'll talk about that a little later because I've got all the products right here to show you what we're including in the make and takes. And again, that is optional. But if you're a stamper, you definitely want to join us for this party because it is a hoot and you get tons and tons of new ideas. Everything is housed on a Facebook private group that you will have access to forever. All the videos are housed in YouTube. So the links will be in the groups. You have access to all those videos. You know, Facebook started taking live videos and saying after 30 days, they delete them. Well, we still house our stuff on YouTube. So YouTube doesn't delete anything. Well, I shouldn't say that. If you go against their, what do they call that? Policies, but that's not what they call it. Standards. I don't know. They will delete things, but we are very careful about that. So I haven't had that problem in a long time. But anyways, it is going to be a super fun event. And if you're watching me on Facebook right now, you can go to my blog, www.astampabove.com, right there. And you find the graphic. And I'm going to put that up on the screen right now. The graphic, that you're looking for is this one and this one. And that talks all about the make and take packet. But you're looking for that when you go to my blog. Pretty easy to find. Just scroll down until you see those graphics, and that'll tell you all about it. And again, it's only $18. You can't beat this price. It's crazy good. Okay. What did I do? Here we go. I have to tell you, I don't think I told you guys about this. No, I didn't, because Valerie had student orientation for kindergarten last week. And the teacher had all the kindergartners that came at that time together, and she was just asking them lots of questions. And I'm not really sure, but I assume she said, and during the day you should drink lots of water. And she's like, who knows what happens if you don't drink enough water? And of course, all the kindergartners sat there like deer in the headlights, but not Miss Val. She raised her hand, and the teacher said, Valerie, and she said, you get dehydrated. Who knows that word? It was so funny. We laughed and laughed and laughed about that one. You get dehydrated. That's a big word for a kindergartner. So I know she's going to be just fine, right? What else did we do this week? Like I said, I went up to my mom's house. That was a nice visit. And I don't know. I worked. I'm pretty sure that I worked quite a bit. Hi, Elaine and Lisa and Margene. Glad to see you here. Zoe, so happy to see you here. That reminds me, when I turned my camera around, I had a blog hop on Friday with Zoe. And Zoe is from the UK. She's another demonstrator. It's a global blog hop with my Totally Techniques design team. And I'll share those cards with you because I thought I set them aside. Oh, I did. Okay. When we do prizes, I set them aside. So I will definitely share those with you. Those are also on my blog at www.astampabove.com. And Wendy said going back to work tomorrow. I know, right? Me too, Wendy. That's enough time off. Joe's asking how my mom was feeling today. I talked to her earlier today. She said she was sleeping a lot. She was coughing a lot and not feeling that great. So yeah. Thank you, Louise. The cake was adorable. And thanks, Joe, for asking. Appreciate it. Diane says she's hoping she can do some crafting soon because she has to go see her eye doctor, the eye surgeon, on Friday. Oh, bad cataracts. My mom had cataracts removed, and I don't know firsthand, but I know what you're talking about. I think Barb did too. Good grief. That's not fun if you can't see good, right? I wish you the best with that. I need to go get my eyes tested to get new glasses. Or see if I need new glasses. I like these glasses. I think these are good, right? If I don't need new glasses, then I'm not getting any new glasses. Like, I'll just keep these because why not? Okay, I've got prizes to give away. I'm excited. So there are 3. I keep falling off my chair, you guys. I don't mean to be so wiggly. I'm usually kind of wiggly anyways, aren't I? Thank you, Wendy. Thank you for the good juju for my mom. She appreciates it. And when I was there, I got to see the beautiful cards that were coming in. Suzanne Scott, I saw a card from you. I saw a card from Luba. You guys are just killing it, seriously. And she loves every one of them. Yeah, Elaine says night driving is not fun anymore. I know what you're saying because it really does limit how well you can see. I know that. I don't wish that on anybody. So 3 ways, not 4, 3 ways you can win prizes. The first way is to comment. If you're new tonight, or maybe you forgot, please leave a comment. Just tell me where you're coming from or say hello, whatever works for you. That enters you into a drawing to win fabulous prizes. And tonight, for comments from my live video last week, I have the ombre matte decorative dots that I'm going to be giving away. These are really, really pretty in multiple colors and sizes. So those are really fun. These are going out to Courtney Austin-Darp of Cornelius, North Carolina. Courtney, you're going to have some happy mail this week. Woohoo! Next up, for sharing this video. Now, if you're out on Facebook, there should be a share button underneath the video. You can share it to your Facebook page. That would be awesome. The other thing you can do, if you're on YouTube, you can click share under the video. Usually in the bottom right-hand corner is a share. Make sure you give me a thumbs up on YouTube and Facebook, whether you're watching live or the replay. And then click that share button. It'll ask you, where do you want to share this to? I think you can share it to Facebook. You can share it to Instagram. Any of the places, any of them will help me grow my business. And I really, really appreciate the shares. So for sharing my video from last Sunday, I am going to be giving away the adhesive backed shiny sequins. These are so pretty. And I've got half a pack of the In Color Designer Series paper. So pretty. This is going out to Lori Manicho, Manicho. Lori, I need your address. I don't have an address for you. So if you see this video, please let me know if you can email me your address. My email address is Kelly, Kelly, at astampabove.com. Pop me your email address so I can get this out in the mail to you. And congratulations. And thank you guys all for the shares. Last up is orders. Everybody that placed an order with me between last Sunday and today was entered into a drawing to win fabulous prizes. I always appreciate your orders. I have the Shades and Hues Designer Series paper, a 6x6 pack, and also the Plaster Painting 3D embossing folder. I don't know if this is gone yet, but I know it is retiring. So this is going out to Robin Sutherland of Medford, Oregon. Robin, congratulations. And again, everybody, thank you so much for your orders. I appreciate them so much. Okay, I'm going to set this right over here so I don't lose them in all of this crazy that's about to happen tonight. I also have some happy mail to share with you. Don't let me forget to do that. Sometimes I get so wrapped up, I completely forget about it. All right. I think I'm ready to turn my camera around so we can get started stamping. Look, only 22 minutes. I did really good, right? All right. I'm not actually turning my camera around. We are going to jump to another camera. So hang tight. We'll see. And I have to add my voice back to the stage. Can everybody hear me? Thank you, Melissa, for the share. So appreciated. Hi, Marcia, Terry, Judy, Linda's here. Happy to see you, Rhonda, Melissa. Okay, so our new product launch party that starts on Wednesday. We have a meet and greet tomorrow night, September 2nd, 2025. We have decided to focus on these two bundles. So if you have these, great. If you don't, you have the opportunity to add them on to the registration. The Gathering Moments is a brand new bundle in our new September through December mini catalog. Oh, I'm sorry. It's an online exclusive. I started putting stickers on these because, gosh, I can't remember. So you won't find it in the catalog. It is only going to be online in my store starting on September 3rd. So we're going to use this one. And then we're going to use the Peace on Earth bundle, which is absolutely beautiful. Stampin' Up! Did a big online class for demonstrators a while back using this suite of products. It's a whole suite. So we're going to also focus on this. If you have something similar, that also works. But I love the fact that it has these labels and some elements, and these doves are just so beautiful. And then we added in the branching out dies with all these nesting rectangles and some real fun elements to go with them. I'm going to be using this tonight, so you'll get to see it in action. Now, those are the optional products that we're featuring. In the Make and Take packet, you're going to get some of the Gathering Together specialty paper. This has gold foil accents in it, which is absolutely gorgeous. Also, the Early Espresso and Old Olive linen thread packet. You're going to get some of that, as well as the Cajun Craze gold dots. So some of these, like a pack of this, some of the paper is going to come in that Make and Take packet. Also, to go along with the Peace on Earth suite, you're going to get these beautiful hues of blue flowers. So pretty. The Designer Series paper, which is called Peaceful Garden. You're going to get some of this Designer Series paper. And I'll just kind of flip through it a little bit. Look at these beautiful patterns of paper. Oh my gosh. Now this is kind of a Christmas set, right? Peace on Earth, but you don't have to use it for Christmas. Look how pretty. These are gorgeous. Yeah, this was an online class back in, I think, June. So if you were a demonstrator, a discount shopper with Stampin' Up!, you got to order this early and participate in that online class, which is always really fun. Beautiful, beautiful paper. So You're going to get some of all of this as well as some of the silver edged ribbon that is part of this suite right here. So gorgeous, gorgeous products. I can't hardly wait to start sharing these with you guys that are in that new product launch party, because it is going to be so much fun. We have some fantastic ideas in store. Okay. My blog hop with the Totally Technique design team was all about customized stencils. So what I did is I took the Extraordinary Flora, let me move this over a little bit, Extraordinary Flora die, and I stamped my stamp, and then I put my die, I die cut out of a scrap of white. Then I put my die right over these images and used blending brushes. Let me grab one here. Blending brushes to then blend the color onto my cards. And you can see this one is Strawberry Slush. And then a little bit of fun on the inside. This one was Daffodil Delight. And again, this is just ink with the blending brush. And then I did a petal pink for something a little more soft. Aren't those pretty? So is your head swirling with ideas on what dies you could use to do customized stencils and add color to the images without having to color them in? It's like pretty effortless, right? And wow, spectacular, spectacular cards. I thought these turned out really great. Now, this was part of the blog hop that you're going to find on my blog, astampabove.com. And you can just look for these cards in the little thumbnail. And then when you scroll down past all my pictures, you're going to see little thumbnails of some other cards made with this technique. Blog hops are really fun because we all do the same technique, but we do it most of the time very different, sometimes the same, but with different products. And it's always fun to see the different ideas made with one idea, right? So that was my blog hop on Friday. You can go check that out. Again, I wanted to let you guys know these mini catalogs are showing up all over the United States in happy mailboxes everywhere. So if you do not get your mini catalog from me and you have one coming, all you needed to do was place a minimum $50 order with me in the last 6 months or so, and I have you on my mailing list. If you don't get this by later next week, please let me know. But I know a lot of them have been arriving all over the place. So, oh, and who is it? Bhavna is saying, thank you for the embossing folder. Yes, Bhavna won last week. You are very welcome. I hope you love that folder as much as I do. But if you need a mini catalog and you don't have a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator and you weren't on my list to get mini catalogs because you haven't ordered from me yet, please just pop me an email, Kelly@astampabove.com, Kelly, and pop your address in there and I'll be happy to mail one to you. I've been sending out lots of mini catalogs lately. Okay, I think what I'm going to do this card first. This is going to be a lot of fun. I can't show you the inside of this catalog yet, which makes me really sad. Once this goes live to the public on September 3rd, I will be able to open it up and show you what I'm talking about. But for now, if you have the catalog, I can give you some page numbers so that you can reference what I'm talking about. And actually, those page numbers are on my other, hang on, I got to get this up. I'm going to put my dimensions for my next card up here because I put the page numbers on those. So this particular stamp set is part of a big double bundle suite, and it's called Autumn Toile. And I had to look that up because I want to always say toil. It's Toile. And I always want to say toil, but it's actually pronounced toile, like Twall. This suite of products is featured on page 39 in the mini catalog through 43. So it's got a really big spread. And part of that suite is this bundle, Autumn Trees. And I was really intrigued with this. I actually spun the wheel when we were in Florida at the Stampin' Up! Disney trip. And I won these dies. So, of course, I wanted the rest of the suite, which I did get. But something that really drew me to these dies is the deer, because I know that a lot of people struggle with making masculine cards, and this definitely has a very masculine feel opportunity to me. Doesn't mean that it's only for masculine cards, just that it has the opportunity to make some really fantastic masculine cards. So these are the Autumn Trees. Make sure I got that right. Autumn Trees dies. You get all of these in here. And they're really quite interesting. So I'm going to show you a lot of fun elements about these. The Autumn Tree stamp set. This is a red rubber stamp set. And I don't think I've mentioned this, but a lot of you know that red rubber is going away. Stampin' Up! Is having a really hard time getting red rubber to make our stamps. And so they had to make the difficult decision to let the red rubber go. And all of our stamp sets coming forward, I don't know, starting in January, maybe, I'm not sure about that date, so don't quote me, will be photopolymer, which is the clear rubber. But there's some neat techniques you can do with red rubber stamps. So we're going to be doing that tonight. I've also got Stampin' Right markers. I've got the Pecan Pie and the Mossy Meadow. Both of these are part of our neutrals line. And the other thing that's going away is Stampin' Right markers. With the introduction of our Stampin' Blend alcohol markers, these markers are not selling well anymore. So Stampin' Up! Has made the difficult decision to retire the line of Stampin' Right markers. And our alcohol markers, of course, are fabulous. So we are going to have an alternative there. But wanted to let you know that. Now you can buy any of our markers in my online store in our color family. So these are the neutrals. We also have the subtles, the brights, the regals, and 2 sets of in color markers. And of course, they're on the last chance list now. So I wanted to make sure you know about that. I've got Versamark ink and Pecan Pie here. And my stamp set loaded up. I've also got my white embossing powder from our Wow Basics embossing powder. It comes with 3 jars. One is white, one is clear, and one is black embossing powder. My heat tool, my embossing buddy, which is from the Embossing Editions Toolkit. And I think that's it. Okay, that was a lot, right? Now I'm going to get out my measurements here so I can just rattle those off and sound like a genius. You know, I love it when that happens. And here comes all of our layers for this card. So my idea for this card came actually from the mini catalog. And I was and I can't show it to you, so I'm going to look at it as I make this, but I was very intrigued by a card that is shown on page 39. And I thought, I wonder how you make that. So I started looking at it and trying to figure it out, which I'm pretty sure that I did. So we have here a basic white envelope. I've got Pecan Pie, and this is 4 1/4 by 11, scored at 5 1/2. Yeah, Judy said she ordered several of the black markers. They are sold individually. This is our basic black Stampin' Right marker. You guys have seen me use this to flick, like put this in the lid and flick color at my cards. I ordered several of these too, Judy. So I think I ordered 3 of them last week. I don't want to run out of my black flicking. Okay, Pecan Pie. And then I've got a layer for the inside of Very Vanilla. It is 4 by 5 1/4. I've got a scrap of Very Vanilla, which is just a quarter sheet, 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. And a piece of Early Espresso that is 4 1/4 by 2 1/2. And then Cajun Craze. This is 3/4 by 2 1/4. This can be for our sentiment layer. And this is also a little element for our sentiment that is gray granite. That is, 1/2 by 2 1/2. So I'll just set those aside. And then some more scraps. Mossy Meadow and Early Espresso. So I think what we'll do first is the ginormous tree, because it's really fun. So this is the tree. Like, it's really, really big. All right. I see that Elaine must have asked a question, Elaine. Do the markers work like Copic markers? Yeah, they're alcohol markers. Or Stampin' Blend markers. These are all alcohol markers, just like any other alcohol markers like the Copics. The nice thing is that they're all in Stampin' Up! Colors, which makes it easy, right? I love the ease of that. Hang on, I have hair on my block. It can make me crazy. Okay, so what we're going to do here is we're going to use our Stampin' Write markers to color this stamp. So I'm going to start off with my Mossy Meadow. And this is one of the neat techniques that you can use these markers for that we're going to miss, because you can't really do this on photopolymer stamps. They just don't work the same. The clear rubber, it's a lot different. So I'm just going through here and I'm putting some Mossy Meadow in here. There's really no rhyme or reason, you guys. I'm just coloring some green. I'm just coloring some green. And notice that I'm laying my marker down. This is a really, really nice pointy tip. I'm trying to get it in the white there. You don't want to do this, okay? You lay it down and color on your stamp. Then I'm going to come in with that pecan pie. I'm going to make sure that I get the entire trunk of my tree. This tree has so much detail in the trunk and the leaves. And then I'm just going to color up to what I missed with that green marker. And if you overlap a little bit, don't get crazy about it. This isn't rocket science. It's going to be okay. It'll look fine. So just going through here, like I said, and again, notice that marker is laying on its side. And I'm just going to come up here and get the rest of this that I might have not put the green on. Let's see, here's some that I missed over here. I'm just kind of looking at it in the light. I think this looks really good. Okay. Now, when we color on stamps, then we huff on them, just like you're cleaning your glasses. Just like that. So I did that on my stamp. And now I'm going to stamp it on this scrap. And look at that. Isn't that cool? I hope you can see that color variation in there. I think it looks really, really neat. Now what we're going to do, I'm going to clean this up because we're going to use it again. So you don't want to then ink this up in a ink pad that you're going to get that green or that pecan pie in there. Even though I'm going to use pecan pie, I don't want green in my pecan pie. So we're going to clean that off and set that aside for now. We need to die cut this. So here comes that giant tree. And I am going to set this on here. I'm going to grab some of my temporary tape. Post-it notes work. Washi tape works. You have some old washi tape, you can use that. And I'm going to line this up. And then I'm going to hang on to it and bring my tree. This gives you all the detail. And now I'm taping it down. Just like that. Super, super easy. So we're going to run that through our machine. And die cut that. I'm going to just set that over here. We're going to take these super nice deer. I really like this one. This is our 2.5 by 4. I'm sorry, 2.5 by 4 1/4. You can see that our die is just a little bit longer than 4 1/4. I'm going to put my deer right up to the top here. And I'm going to do the same thing. It is a beautiful tree, Joe. Thank you. Do the same thing here. Make sure this is straight. It looks a little crooked to me, so I'm going to move it just a little bit. It's hard that I can't put my head directly over top of it and get that in your screen, right? So we're going to die cut that. Then we're going to grab these scraps. I'm going to grab, there's an outline for this tree and also a detailed tree trunk. So I'm going to take that detailed tree trunk and die cut it on that early espresso. On the Mossy Meadow here, I'm going to take this crazy bunch of leaves, which was what really kind of confused me on this card, but you'll see what I do with it. Okay, let me throw that back over there and that back over there. So we're going to die cut all of these things. And when we do that, whoops, oh, hang on, I just dropped this. Here's those leaves. here is our amazing deer. Is that, look, I'll put it like that. Look at how cool that is. I love this. You guys know that I'm a hunter and I love outdoors. So this was right up my alley. And I really like to make masculine cards. So that's never been a problem for me. And then look at our tree. Wow, right? That's like, holy cow, this is really spectacular, all of these things. So now what we're going to do, we're going to set all of this aside. I'm just going to stack these up because we have some more work to do here. And I'm going to bring in this piece and our vanilla piece. So what I wanted to do on my vanilla piece is I'm going to stamp. You're simply the best. Oh, and let me tell you where that's coming from. There's no words in this stamp set. So I grabbed the other set, the coordinating set, that is also part of this suite. Let me bring that in here and show it to you. This is the Amber Autumn. So this suite has 2 bundles in it. It has this bundle with the dies and this bundle with the dies. And I have a whole bunch of cards to share with you when we're done with these cards. So I'm excited to show you those. So back to this. My words are coming from the other part of the suite. You're simply the best. And then I'm going to use this thanks. All right. We've got our pecan here. And I think that I will use that for my words. You're simply the best. Oh, look, I got that straight. That's a Christmas miracle. Oh my gosh, it is a big die, Linda. Isn't it crazy big? How big is the tree? Who wants to know that? Margaret wants to know how big that tree die is. So hang on. Let me get it right back out here. I will measure it for you. That is a great question. This is 4 7/8 inch tall by about 3 3.5 inches wide. So it's a big tree. It's big. All right, so we did that. And then I was thinking I would like to stamp this down here in a corner. Yep, I'm thinking right here in the corner. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab my Memento. Nope. I think I'm going to grab my StazOn ink. Now, I've had a lot of questions from people since we're getting rid of the red rubber. Can you use StazOn ink on photopolymer? I know back when photopolymer first came out, everybody was saying, no, you can't use that StazOn ink. Oh, look what I did. I got an edge. So we're going to fix that. You can't use StazOn ink on photopolymer stamps, but you can. They will stain. StazOn ink will stain your photopolymer, but I don't know. I've never cared about staining. If I have a stained stamp set, that tells me that I've used it and I have made a wise investment. So that's never been a thing. So see, I've got a little halo here. That's an edge from my ink pad. That tells me that there's too much rubber on this side. So I'm going to perform some surgery. And I'm going to cut this edge off so that that will not happen to me again. Now, when you do this, you have to keep your scissors straight up and down. Do not angle them. If you angle them this way, your rubber will not stamp evenly because it'll push down on your block and you'll wreck your stamp. So when you do this, you have to be careful. We're going to try this again. So you can use photopolymer stamps that turned out perfect with the StazOn ink. Now I'm going to see if I can get this straight because that was a Christmas miracle for reals. Oh, that looks great. Okay, winning. Yay. You definitely want to keep this. Whoops. Oh, that was Memento, you guys. Did you guys notice that? It wasn't StazOn. It was Memento. We're going to roll with it. Anyways, here's it. Well, that's not the right one. Here's the StazOn ink pad. You want to keep that closed. You can't leave it sitting out here open like you can our water-based inks. Okay, now I want to do a little coloring on here. So I'm going to bring in this marker And I'm just going to come in here and bring a little bit of that green. Is this even working? Not very well. This is really old. By the way, these markers last forever. She who just tried to make it work and it doesn't want to. But I'm just going to come in here and add a little bit of green to my greenery. Maybe I'll use the other end. My markers are, I've had them since the beginning of time. There we go. That looks better. I'm just putting a little green in here. Okay. I don't know that that really changes the look of what I just did. So then I'm going to come in with that smoky slate. I want some gray granite. I think this is gray granite right here. I'm just going to do my rock. This is a Stampin' Blend marker, the alcohol base. I'm just going to color my rocks a little bit just to give my inside a little pizzazz. Okay, that makes me happy. Now, we need to do our card front. And just like the card in the catalog on page 39, this is what they did with their card front. So I'm going to bring this in here. And from the picture, I know that this tree is kind of way over here. This goes right down here at the bottom with that big early espresso area. And I'm going to push my tree over just a little bit more and make sure that it's on my card, just like that. Oops. We're going to ink that tree up with pecan pie. Just like this. And then I'm going to stamp it kind of like this, you guys. I just want a little bit of that to stick out. So don't get too weird yet. It's okay. Don't let that throw you off. And then I'm going to come in with this stamp. And again, I'm just going to look for placement here. I'm going to bring this in over here and stamp that like that. So we got some weird stuff going on here, right? Don't worry. And as long as we're here, I'm going to take my envelope and I'm going to add this tree right here on my envelope. So that's my envelope decoration. Okay, I'm done with this and this. And the other thing that we need to do is our thanks. So we're going to do that now. Yes, Lynn says the leaves on their own would make an amazing embellishment detail behind something. Absolutely. Like the stamp set is so interesting. This is the first time that I've gotten to play with it too today. So I had a lot of fun and a lot of ideas running through my head that I can't wait to try. Now we're going to use our Versamark and the thanks on our Cajun Craze. I'm going to stand up so I can make sure I'm doing this right. Close that up. Bring in my white embossing powder. Tap, tap, tap. That looks great. Follow my own rule of closing up the embossing powder before we go do anything with the heat tool. Okay, it's going to get just a little bit loud here. Takes just a little bit for this to heat up before it starts melting. You don't want to overheat embossing powder because you'll burn it off. But I like to take it and tip it in the light and make sure it's all shiny, that nothing is dull on there. Okay, so I have that done and this done. We're good there. Now we can start putting the front of our card together. So get ready for this. I want my tree to go all the way to the top. It's going to go pretty far over on the side. And then this is going to come in so that my cattails are right over the tree trunk. They really pop then. And then this is going to go right in here. That's what I'm going to do here. I could have stamped this up a little bit taller, but it's okay right there. It's just like they did it in the picture. Multi-purpose glue. Just put a little glue on here. This is not rocket science, so you don't need to glue it down like tons and tons. Here we go. So make sure that I have this in place. Yep, that looks good. Little glue here. You can see, oh, look at all the detail back here. There's some spots that can be popped out. Otherwise, it's just got kind of little cuts in it. But these you'll want to pop out so that that really shows through there. I don't want to get too far over here because we're going to cut that part off. So just kind of looking at how far I can go with that glue. And then I'm looking to put it way up at the top, way over here like this. Quickly bring this in and make sure that I'm in the right place. And I am. Otherwise, I could move it a little bit. And don't worry about that tree trunk because you're not really going to notice that when you get the deers on. The deers. Right? Okay, I'm going to trim the back of this. And I'm going to open my card. Oh, I think I'm going to need to put my fan on, you guys. It's getting really, really warm in here. Hi, Kathy from Live Oak, California. I'm glad you could join us tonight on this Monday, Labor Day. You know, when we have a holiday like that, it just messes up my whole week. Tomorrow I'm going to think it's Monday, but it's really going to be Tuesday. How many of you guys do that? I do that all the time. Then we're going to put this in. A little bit of glue on there. This goes right down at the bottom. And then I kind of pick it up and stack it to make sure that it's all the way at the bottom. Oh my gosh, I love these. Okay, hang on, you guys. I got to turn my fan on. I'm getting really hot. That's going to feel so much better. Oh, what a relief already. I haven't even done anything wrong yet, so I'm not having a hot flash. Okay, here comes our sentiment. I'm going to take this and I'm going to cut it at an angle. And then try to cut the other side at the same kind of angle. That looks pretty good. And we're going to put this right down here. So I'm going to glue this to this. A little bit of glue on the bottom here. About halfway. Center this and about halfway on this gray granite piece. That looks good. And we're going to bring in, I got a brand new sheet of dimensionals here. One more right there. That'll be perfect. And I'm going to bring this over. It's going to go pretty close to the edge over here. Make sure it's straight. Oh my gosh, is this like turning out to be a really awesome man card? Okay, now here comes these crazy cool leaves and look at all the detail. Oh, I see I missed a little. You want to make sure, oops, that you're poking out all these little pieces that give it the detail. You want to poke out all the, there's not many, but little circles that are on here. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this apart. And I just went in and snipped it. And I'm going to do this one. And then I'm going to bring this in here on my tree. Yep. I'm going to take off this one and this one. And all you're going to do is just kind of feed this onto your tree. So you got to make sure that it doesn't go over the edge here, okay? So that looks pretty good. Oops, I see I missed another. See that little one right there? Missed that one. Get that out of there. So
Again, you can have all that definition. So I'm going to do that. And then we're going to kind of start stacking these and layering them until your tree is as full as you want your tree to be. Just put that right in there. Well, I kind of like seeing those branches through there. Do this over here and maybe this one right here. Yep, I like it. Okay, so I'm going to start. That was just a dry fit. Now I'm going to start popping this. See how I put that glue on? Again, make sure it stays within the boundaries of your edge of your card. Oh, I forgot. Look, there's a little, get that out of there for that detail. I probably put glue on it from the back. Think anybody will notice? Probably not. That's just my being anal. And I'm going to do another one right here. We can do another little layer right there. Now, can you imagine these in like die cut them in 3 different colors, and you could put all different colors all over for fall? Make sure that sticks there. I think I'll put one more little layer. That's the amount of glue that I'm using here. Coming off the front, I want that. One more little stacked layer right here. I don't think I like this little one over here, so I'm just going to snip it off. Look at how fun that is. And look how much leaves I have left over, you guys. So I could like make another little bush for another card. But look at the depth of that. I just think that's really, really cool. Good night. Steve just came and closed my door. Sometimes he tells me I have a big mouth. And I do. Okay. So we've got that on there. We've got that on there. And the only thing that we have left. Oh, I think my embellishments are in my other, yep, they're in my other bin. Now, do I want to use these or do I want to use the ones that are part? I don't know. We've got the Cajun Craze and Gold dots. These are the streaked dots. Super pretty. I just think these are really beautiful. Or we have these, and we did use Cajun Craze on here. So these are both brand new products coming out September 3rd. This has a little gold fleck in it. So I don't know which ones. If I put these on here, will they show up enough? I put them. Oh yeah, I think I like these. I'll stick with the sweet. These streaked dots are part of the sweet. Let me grab one of these and put that right down here. Oh my goodness gracious. Okay, hang on, we gotta get this back on here. You guys notice that for those of you that are new, I slit the edge of my embellishments so I can pull them in and out. And they're inside. Now this is gonna be a fabulous card that I can send to, I could give to my husband. I should really do something for him. You know what I was thinking of doing for him for all the work that he had to do on our pool? Not that he shouldn't anyways, but just saying. I was going to go get him a gift certificate for a massage at the health club because I'm sure his body is aching pretty good. What do you guys think of this? Isn't that cool? And again, this is just right out of the catalog. This is the card that they made. And I was like, wow, how did they do that? So then I started messing around with it. Sometimes if I'm like feeling not very creative, I'll look through the catalog and find a stamp set that I have and just make the card that they have in the catalog. It's called casing the catalog. And when you do that, you get tons of inspiration as you're, or at least I do, as I'm making the card. I'm like, ooh, I could do this. I could do that. I could do this. I could do that. So I wanted to show you one more thing. I'm going to take these little leaves and put them in with my dies because I can use those on something else. But I wanted to show you one more thing that you can do with the stamp set. So as I was playing around, I was trying all different things. I'm going to take my pecan pie. And And I'm just going to ink this up. And I don't think I got ink in the middle of that. There we go. I'm going to, this one looks like it could use some surgery too, cut off that edge. I'm going to stamp this on here. Okay, now my tree is just all brown, which is, kind of boring. A little boring. And I'm going to bring in some fall colors. How about some crushed curry? And maybe some cherry cobbler. And where did I have mossy meadow? Oh, I might have that in my other bin. Hang on. No, I got early espresso in there. Did you guys see mossy meadow? Where did that go? I need a green. Oh, it's right there. I just looked beyond it. So I've got these 3 colors. So here's what I'm going to do. There is a stamp in this stamp set, this one right here. And I'm like, oh, that's interesting, isn't it? Oh, yes, it is. Okay. So then I started playing with this. And I'm just going to come in here and kind of stamp twice. And then I'm going to clean this off. And I could do some more green, but we're just going to kind of go with the colors and see where we end up. And then I'm going to do some crushed curry. Okay. And then how about some cherry cobbler, which is always my favorite for fall colors, right? Let's do some more green. And some more crushed curry. A little more cherry cobbler, and you can just keep going. You can get kind of splotchy with it. I don't know if I like that, but you might like it. I think I liked it before I started stamping a whole bunch. Oh no, now it's coming around. It's a little bit darker. Okay, you get the idea, right? And I'll show you one other. This one has kind of a lot of stamping on it. This one I added a little pumpkin pie. But yeah, so that's what I did with that stamp. I'm sure there's other things you can do with it too. But fall cards, whoa. I'm really liking this. And man cards and good luck deer hunting cards and get well for men. How about get well if you need a man sympathy card? You could use a sympathy sentiment or a birthday. Or how about a happy retirement? Yeah. Out nature, peaceful, lovely. Yeah. Oh, Lynn says she's ready for the leaves to change. Well, Lynn, I'm ready for some more 85-degree weather. So we're going to have to agree to disagree on that. Agree to disagree. Did I say that right? I think I did. But yes, I know fall is coming and I do love fall. It is one of my favorite seasons right after summer. Okay. So let me move this stuff off to the side. Put this in here, get that put away because I'm going to bring in the other part of this suite so you can kind of see the whole thing, which I think is really fun. Here comes the Amber Autumn. Some really fantastic dies in here. And again, I have some cards that I will show you that I got in swaps. Yeah. So look at this intricate puppy. And then we've got a leaf and a little sprig here. And then we've got the outline stamps that cut out these 2 images, which are really, really pretty for fall. And these these 2 bundles coordinate really nicely together, but they are also good individually. Like you don't need both of them to make beautiful cards. So we've got this brand new trim here, and this is called Irregular Weave Trim. Look how different that is. Yeah, we've never had anything like that before. Well, we had some gold stuff, but not like this. This is really, really cool. And I'm going to bring in Early Espresso ink. Here's my stamps.
I just wanted to show you guys so many new things tonight, but I want it to have purpose, right? And this is the Words for the Season bundle. So this has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 die cuts of words. We've got Merry, Wishes, Happy, Autumn, Halloween, Christmas, Greetings, Holidays, and New Year with a banner. So that's a lot of dies. That's 10 different dies in this pack. And these are really very elegant die cuts of words. This does come in a bundle. And we've got Halloween, Bright Future, Christmas, of course, Blessings for Fall, all of these words, 10 different stamp sets. And this is, again, a red rubber stamp set. But I'm just using the dies in this card that we're making. But I wanted to show you that it does come in a bundle. And when you order a bundle, you save 10%. So just wanted to make sure you knew that. I'm going to be using some adhesive sheets. These come, you get 12 sheets of 6 by 12 adhesive sheets. This is the second pack that I have used in all of my years that we've had these. So it lasts forever, which is really, really nice because you don't go through a lot of it, but it's one of those really handy things that you love to have. The other thing that I wanted to share with you, I don't know if this is no, I think this is in the mini catalog. This is in the mini catalog. And it is called Earth Toned Metallic Specialty Paper. It's on page 40. And look at that rich cross between a copper and a bronze. I don't know, but it's showing up really dark in my camera, you guys, but it's a really rich, beautiful kind of copper bronze dark color. So we're going to be using this. And then this is the Autumn Toile Designer Series paper. And I don't have one of my little sheets made up yet, my DSP sampler sheets. So I'm just going to show you. Fabulous. Look at the pheasants. If you guys have one of our pheasant sets, this paper is perfect. Lots of masculine colors in here. And you get 3 sheets of each design that's double-sided. So let me get to the last one. Oh, look at the pumpkins. So pretty. And again, very masculine. So 3 sheets of each. Oh, wait. Yep. And here's another one. The foxes with the stripes. So definitely a masculine feel to this. And again, this one is called Autumn Toile. Toile. I always thought it was toil, but it's toile, like T-wall. Yeah, I had to look that up because sometimes I feel like I'm sounding kind of stupid when I don't know how to pronounce this stuff. It just is what it is. Oh, there's something else that I'm using too. Where did my other dies go? Oh, I know. They are part of our new product launch party is the branching out dies. We're going to be using those on this card too. So you're going to see lots of new stuff in action. So I have a basic white envelope. I've got Very Vanilla that is 4 1/4 by 11, scored at 5 1/2. That's going to be my card base. Then I took some of the beautiful Designer Series paper, the Autumn Toile, and I cut this 4 by 5 1/4. Then I'm going to use a scrap of this pattern for this image right here of the same designer paper. And then I've got some scraps of the earth and toned metallic paper that we're going to use along with the adhesive sheets. So let's kind of get things rolling along here. Let me move some stuff out of my way so I know what I'm doing. Or at least I feel like I know what I'm doing. We're going to stamp the inside of our card first. I always try to do that if I'm stamping directly on my card base, because if you mess this up, you may be able to save yourself before you glue a bunch of stuff to it. I don't always follow my own rule, but I try to. So we are going to stamp our deer right over here. And again, I'm using Early Espresso ink.
And then I'm using the Grateful for You. Oh, I hope I get this straight. I'm going to stamp that. Oh, look at, oh, it's pretty crooked, isn't it? Well, we're going to try it again. See what I just did? So this is now going to become my front, which is going to get covered up with paper. And I'm going to try to do that again in here. I'm going to do this one first. That looks a lot straighter. Yes. Okay, that makes me happy. Then close this up, put my stamps away, and Grateful for You, and the deer comes from the autumn trees. All right. Now we're going to do some things here. I'm going to bring out the branching out dies. I'm going to use this particular image right here. And I'm counting from smallest to largest. So 1, 2, we're going to use number 3 and 4 of the nesting rectangles. So, oh, and one more thing. Here comes my words for the season. I'm going to use the autumn. So we're going to take this scrap of the earth and tone metallic. This is where we're going to add, we're going to add some adhesive sheet to the back of this layer. I'm going to cut this just a little bit smaller than this. I don't like my adhesive sheets to hang out over the edge because you don't want that sticky all over the place, because these are really sticky. So I'm just going to cut this a little bit smaller. Yep, that looks good. Cut it off right here. And then it's got some slits in it. You don't always get them on the piece that you cut, but you want to peel the backing off. We're going to put this on the back of our scrap, just like that. Okay. Then we're going to come in and die cut that autumn word out of the front. This one is going to take the smaller of the two rectangles. Nope, the bigger of the two rectangles, and we're going to cut that out. And then we're also going to frame one of these trees and deer images. And I kind of want my tree to be as high at the top as I can get it. So hang on just a second while I get this done. Here comes that piece. There's that. This does have stitching around the edges too, so it makes it really, really pretty. Thank you, Laura, for the like and share. I really appreciate it. Anybody who's come in late, if you could like and share, that would be awesome. Now, I'm going to cut 2 of these little bulby things out of the center of this. Okay, so I could run this all together by itself or together, and then take this label out of there and run this again, because we're going to cover this up with this. So make sure you don't get too close to the edge with whatever you're going to do here. Well, we're going to do that. And this is what it's going to look like. Okay. And then I've got these other 2 down here. 3, I should say. Here comes our autumn. And the first letter of these words is separated. So they're really kind of fancy. I like the font too. And then we have 2 of these. So let me put this back. So on here, the H on happy is going to be separated like this A. the G on greetings, all of these have that separate letter to begin with. Okay, let's put that back over there. Now we are going to stack this together, so we can do that right away. Hang on, my glue needs a little pull. Linda says she's loving all these new things. Thank you so much, Linda. It's always so fun to start playing with new products. I know I love a new catalog because it's like, it just breathes new life into you sometimes, I think. We're going to take this piece and we're going to put it on the front. And see, that's going to cover up how crooked that is. Don't need any of that in our life. But I see that I did fold this crooked, so we're going to try to straighten that out a little bit. See, it covered it right up. Hang on just a minute. See how crooked this is here? I don't like that. That's not okay with me. So I'm going to force it together and bring that bone folder in. And now look, looks great. Next, let's take some of this crazy irregular weave trim. I'm just going to tie this around the middle of my card. I'm going to tie it in a little knot over here. And I think it's really cool. Like, it's got a very masculine, it adds a very masculine touch. There we go. It's kind of stiff, but it unstiffens quickly as you use it. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. Kind of stiff, but not that stiff. It's pretty stiff, but it does conform to what you want to do with it. That's a good way to put it. Okay, there we go. Then I'm going to bring this in here for dry, for dry fit. I think I'm going to just add a little bit of tape to that so it doesn't wiggle around because I didn't get it as tight as I wanted to. So there's a little cheat for you. Cheat. Okay, this is going to come in right here in the middle. And isn't this just kind of stunning? That earth and toned metallic paper is really cool. So now I want placement for these. I'm going to do that one right up there. And this one I'm going to do right over here, maybe. Just like that. You could put them any place you wanted. That's what I'm going to do with mine. So I'm just going to glue these right down to the designer paper. Just a few dots of glue. We're not going to hang our coat on them or anything, so they don't need to be too crazy secured. That's the way I always think about it. It's like, yeah, you don't need a lot of glue for these little elements. As long as you get glue on them, they're not going to fall apart. And they don't need to like carry any weight or anything. I just love this brown metallic paper. It's like unlike anything we've really ever had. I don't think anyways. Thank you, Judy. Oh my gosh. Judy said, gorgeous. It is. It's really like very rich and regal. Okay. But I always like foil papers. I just think they're cool. Now we're going to get these off of here. Now you guys know, once I get done with this live video, I will go and take pictures of these and put in a complete ingredient list together with the photos and put them on my blog at www.astampabove with dimensions and the names of everything. So you can always go there and like, what did she call those? What did she call that paper? It's going to be there, but here's the deal. This catalog doesn't go live till Wednesday. So I can't grab all those items until the catalog is live to be able to put them in a product list with a link. Look at how pretty that is. So now this is a little bit wider. The word is a little bit wider than my designer paper layer. So I'm going to let it stick off the end on each end here. I'm just doing a dry fit. So anyways, I probably will type up the names for you, But the product links, I'll wait until Wednesday to put the product list in with all the links because, like I said, I can't get it until it's live to you guys to be able to add that. Oh, and then I knocked my A off. So I just peeled the back off of my paper, my adhesive sheets that was on the back of this die. Come right back in here. And that is right down here. Oh, that's so pretty. I just love it. I know the men, but my hunters in my life are getting these cards this year, this coming year, this fall. My brothers both have summer birthdays, and Steve's got a birthday in January, so. Okay, I'm not going to hold it up yet because we have to do some embellishments. Where did those go? I lost them. Kelly. Here they are. Okay, I'm going to do some more of these little buggers because they're so pretty. Again, these are called streaked dots. Oops, let's get that off of there. My friend Barb, we're always losing this clear cap. You can't see it. So Barb said, take a Sharpie and put a red mark on the end of it, and then you will be able to find it easier. You know what I mean? So that's what I did. Okay, I'm going to do that with the big one, and then a smaller one, and the same size smaller one. Just like that. Did we do our envelope yet? Nope. Hang on. I'll give you the big reveal in a second. And I think we will do our deer on our envelope. That's a great idea. Okay, here we go. Now, how's that for a man card? Let's see if I can get it open. There we go. Grateful for you. Or you could do birthday or get well. Autumn on the front and anything on the inside. Happy birthday, get well, sympathy. I mean, this could be a retirement, a whole bunch of different things. But, oh, love this. And again, this is the Autumn Toile Suite that has 2 different bundles in it. Okay. I use both of those. This is, where'd my other die go? I don't know what I did with it. I'll find it. Don't worry. This is the branching out dies. This is part of our new product launch party that we're going to be using. So you'll get lots of good ideas there. Here's the dies that go with the Amber Autumn. And then, of course, the giant tree dies go with the autumn trees. And then this is the words for the season dies. I am going to have so much fun with these. All these new products, the streaked dots, the irregular weave trim, the designer series papers. Good grief, right? So much new fun. My head is just swirling, you guys. Okay, so another thing that we like to do in our new product launch party, and again, the link for that to register for that new product launch party is right under the video on YouTube. Or if you're not on YouTube, you can go to my blog at www.astampoflove.com and see the link there. And I'm going to bring in that what you're looking for on my blog. You're going to see a little thumbnail that looks like that. You're going to want to click on that, and that's going to open up and it's going to show you the registration. You just click on it. It's only $18 for 2 weeks of amazing content using new products out of our mini catalog and our online exclusive. So hang on. I'm going to show you some cards that I just got. You know, I do a lot of swapping. Oh, let's bring this one back in here. So this is the whole suite with a few additional new things. But golly, man cards, we're in. So this uses the die right here. Isn't that gorgeous? And that whole Amber Autumn set. This uses the designer paper. Very cool idea. This uses some new banner dies that we have with our last Oh, these are in the big catalog, I think. These banner dies. Maybe they're online exclusives. I don't know, but if anybody has any questions, let me know. But how cool is that, right? Beautiful. And again, this is the image from the Amber Autumn. Here comes another great card. These are the same deer that I used on this card and the paper that I used on this card. But look at that, right? Ah, so pretty. Here's another one. Uses the paper. They added a little color to the paper. And then this is the Amber Autumn stamp set. Beautiful. How about this one? There's that beautiful earth and toned metallic paper. And here too. Isn't that fun? Here, whoops, here's another one. Branching out dies with gorgeous amber or autumn toile designer paper. One more here. Wow. There's that die again. And here's the acorns. So yeah, this suite is super, super popular, you guys. It is going to be a barn burner. I'm pretty sure that it's there's gonna be so many different ideas available. It's gonna be crazy. So we've been having a lot of fun with this one. You know, we get our products about a month in advance, which is really cool. So we have time to start working with them and sharing them with you. So this is a little sneak peek of some of the stuff that's coming out on Wednesday, September 3rd, when this new mini catalog, and then we have a whole other product line in our online exclusives that also goes live. So lots of new stuff coming out September 3rd. I was trying to find my printout from my online exclusives, but I don't know what I did with it. My office is just the biggest disaster right now. I can't even hardly walk in here, but I will get it cleaned up. Anyways, if you need a hard copy of this mini catalog, I'm happy to mail one to you. Just pop me an email at kelly@astampabove.com. And then let's see. Everybody who places an order with me gets a gift, and I will email you the gather together. Okay, this is another whole bundle of products that's coming out on the 3rd. I have 10 different tutorials that I send out as a gift, no matter how much your order is. If you place an order with me, you get a tutorial with 10 different ideas. It has pictures, it has dimensions, it tells all the different names of the ingredients that we use and some instructions, 10 different cards. And here's some little snippets of them. If you place a $50 or more order with me in the month of September, I will give you an additional gift. You'll get that other tutorial, but then you'll also get a video tutorial. And these are all different ideas using mini catalog products, the new stuff that just came out. So you're gonna get so many ideas from these tutorials. Now that's with a $50 order, you'll get both tutorials. Then if you place an order with me that is $35 or more, you get both those tutorials, you know, $50 for the video one. But you also get invited to our Stamp Happy Party Live, and that takes place on the 2nd Wednesday of the following month. So right now we're looking at, if you placed an order in August, on September 10th, we're going to have a Stamp Happy Live Party, which is a live class with me, Dina, and Barb. We have been doing fun folds. We do the same fun fold, only using all different products. So Barb makes one with this products, and Kelly makes one with this products, and Dina makes one with this products. It's super fun. It's a live class, lots of shenanigans going on in there. The next one, if you place an order with me in September, will be October 8th. And if you're not available to watch the live class, don't worry. We send you a link to the video, and then you get a PDF because as a gift for your order. You get a PDF with all the dimensions and pictures for all 3 of our cards. It's super, super fun. So, all right. Let's see. I have some happy mail. Wait, I have a graphic for that. Fancy. Time for happy mail. Let me grab that.
And then I have a whole bunch of Halloween cards to share with you. So hang tight because that's going to be really fun. Constantly falling off my chair. Let me see what else I have here. Oh, I know. I wanted to share with you a little better picture. This is that Amber Autumn bundle. And then this is the Autumn Trees bundle that is all part of that big suite. And this is the branching out dies that I used. Fantastic. Then we have the Autumn Toile Designer Series paper. The Words for the Season dies. And is that it? Yep, I think that's it. That's it for all the little graphics that I had to share with you. Let me get that off the screen. Okay. Mail. I got some really cool mail. I always get cool mail, right? Not every week, but most weeks. So there we go. Oops, I got to get that graphic off of here. Hang tight. There we go. Okay. So this pretty card came from Susan Colbert. Look at how fun that is. And it's just two different pieces of designer series paper with a black frame. And it is so classic. Love the colors. She got a stamp set from the drawing. Yay, Susan, you enjoy that stamp set. Thank you so much for your card. Then I got this little beauty from Terry Presida. Look at this. This uses that new sunflower embossing folder. Good grief, that is gorgeous. And she wanted to thank me for the happy mail. You are so welcome, Terry. Thank you for the gorgeous card. Beautiful. Then Laura Weaver sent me this fun little spooky card, right? Look at that. Oops. And it's got a wobble in it. Woot, woot. So fun. And Laura said that this was her September swap card. So my team has a swap every month, and it's got a different theme each month. And we have a lot of fun with those themes. I love your card, Laura. Thank you so much. I love Halloween. You know I'm a fan. I'm a big fan. Next, we have Carolyn Buckridge. I'm sorry, Karen. Look at how pretty this is. And she's got words stamped in the background. It says a little bit of thanks for a whole, hang on, I'm trying to read it. A whole lot of nice. I like that. Can you guys see that in the background? That's really pretty. And she said, thanks for the stamp set. She did not see this coming. She said she found this card in her stash and thought of me. Of course, because I love little foo-foo cocktails, don't I? All right, you guys. And I told you that, I'm going to look and see. I've got some more cards to share with you. I'm looking to see if I missed any questions. You guys, if I missed any questions, let me know because, I had my comments shut down so I could share those graphics with you. And Marilyn said, Sharon has been making cards for our church for 15 years. She is great. That's awesome. Okay, I'm going to keep going here. I want to share these Halloween cards with you because Halloween is coming and I've made so many Halloween things. Look at how pretty this is. This is a swap card that I got. This uses our Halloween. It's called Spooky Halloween. So many pretty ideas. I like that this is colored cardstock in the inside. Look at this. Very, very cool. This was our pretty little suite that came out with our last online exclusives. Isn't it so fun? Got ribbon. We've got those stars that come in black, white, and petunia pop. So many cool cards. Oh, comes another one. I love this. Happy Halloween. Oh, I really like this one. Look at this one. Boo. Those are die cut letters. Super fun. Here's the Arches dies, and she did a little blending of colors in the background there, I think. Yep, that's exactly what she did. Very, very cute.
This is one of those pieced cards with that designer paper is perfect for that. It's called Spooky Halloween. Pretty sure that's what it's called. You can just type in the word spooky and it'll pop up. Look at this one. This was part of my presentation that I did when I was Stampin' Up! Came to Appleton, Wisconsin, and I was a presenter at their event. Isn't that fun? That's on my blog if you guys happen to miss it. Here's another one. Look at this card. Isn't that fun? This is called a bay window fold. And a matching envelope there. I can't wait to send these out. Send these to my team, to my family, to my friends. I love sending out Halloween cards. Look at this one. Wow, this is a fun fold. I really like this one. It bends back like that. Isn't that cute? It's from my team member, Kathy Miller. Here's another cute one. This paper is perfect for this type of a card. All treats. No tricks, all treats. Look at this. Here's some of those dies that come in the paper that are so fun. Oh, look at this one out of the glimmer paper. That's a great idea. Let's see what we got going on here. Oh, it just opens. I thought it did something. It doesn't do anything. It just opens. It looks great. And then remember this that I made with little tags that come in the designer paper pack. This is those iridescent little treat bags. I've been seeing people cutting them and using them as little layers behind stuff because it's so pretty. They do that with the bag, right? So much fun. Okay, don't forget, you guys, new catalog kickoff. You definitely want to be a part of it. It is such a small fee to be involved. You're definitely not going to regret it. And brand new catalog going live on Wednesday, plus new online exclusives going live on Wednesday. We'll probably also have some new kits coming out on Wednesday. Just so much stuff happening. Joan's been making Halloween cards for the VA hospital. That is a perfect reason to stamp, right? So perfect. Okay, again, just looking to see if I missed any questions. I hope I didn't. I try to go back through all of my comments to see if I happen to miss, but you guys can always email me at Kelly, Kelly, at astampabove.com. Let me see if there it is, Kelly. So put Kelly and then at astampabove.com. And here's the email. All this fancy stuff, you guys. Yeah, it's tricky. So anyways, you can find my blog at www.astampabove.com. Now, I am going to be getting my blog post together after I'm done here. There's a link under the YouTube video where you can find it. And just know that I can't put the products on there until Wednesday when they're actually available for me to select from my product store. So, but all the dimensions will be there. Everything will be ready for you. And then I'll probably come in Wednesday and edit that post. I'll post it tonight for you so you have the dimensions and pictures and stuff. And then I'll edit the post when those numbers come out on Wednesday. Hope you can make it to the meet and greet. The meet and greet is free to anybody who would like more information about the new product the new product launch party that starts on Wednesday. And you guys will never regret being part of that new product launch party. It is so, so fun. I hope you have a wonderful week. Again, happy Labor Day to all of you. This is a day to celebrate, relax, enjoy for the fruit of our labors, right? We've all worked, whether you're retired now or you're a stay-at-home mom. That is the hardest job in the world. We have all worked. Yes. So I'm going to let you guys go. Have yourselves a great week. And I will be back here next Sunday, which is September 7th. I will see you all with crowns. Whoops, my crown's falling off. Not bells, but crowns on. Have a great week. Bye-bye.